Hello students, again we have come together to discuss the new topic that is NumPy. Although the NumPy will not be covered in class 12 as it was to be covered according to our previous syllabus, but according to the new syllabus we will just get an introductory idea of NumPy. In class 11 we had just touched this chapter, but here we will get a brief idea about NumPy. Then we will switch over to the next chapter, that is pandas, that we have to cover in details. So before we go there, we will get a brief idea about NumPy. So NumPy is what you know. NumPy is called numeric Python. In the modern days, it is an era of data science, and NumPy plays a very big role in managing data science to make the complicated calculations, analysis. So basically it works on array, two-dimensional array, single-dimensional array, multi-dimensional array, n-dimensional array. It can work in the n-dimensional array. It is, and secondly, it is homogeneous structure, means only one data type can be used in this NumPy array. So let us talk on it. Let us see. As you know, the single dimensional array and double dimensional array, array means the series or collection of data. So single dimensional array, when the data is in one row only, one row or only in few columns. So each element is posted in different cells in single row or a few columns. When there are multiple rows and columns, then it is called double dimensional array. If there is all few rows and few columns, and multidimensional in multi-directional when data are stored. But we will talk on single and double dimensional array. When the array is single dimensional, the axis is called 0. When rows and columns, axes are called 0 and axis is called 1. So 1 is for number of rows and 0 is for axis 1 for row, axis 0 for columns. Here it is. Single dimensional array, these are the indexes, and it is axis is 0. Single dimensional array. When axis two dimensional array, there are rows and columns together. So these are the indexes 0, 1, 2 and indexes of column 0, 1, 2, 3. So axis is 0 and axis is 1. 0 axis for rows and 1 axis for columns. Now see how we will create an array. First we are supposed to import NumPy. NumPy is a package, comes under Python, that has to be imported before we use and work on NumPy. So import NumPy as np. Import np is the variable of NumPy. Now there is a list L1, values are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is a list. Now AR1 np.array, numpy.array of L1. So L1 list becomes array now, and that is assigned to AR1. Now your printf AR1 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 under square bracket will be printed. So this is the data of NumPy. Now it has become an array. Next you see double dimensional array, import numpy as np L2. So this is multiple lists or nested list. First list 2 3 4 5, second list 6 7 8 9, third list 10 11 12 13. So each list contains 4 elements. So there are 3 such lists. Now array 2 is made out of np.array, of L1 L2. So L2 is becoming array assigned to AR1, and if you are AR2. So when you print AR2, it prints like this: 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So in this format the double dimensional array has been created. So it is a single dimensional array, double dimensional array. So this is axis is 0 and this axis is 1. When double dimensional array axis is 1 and single dimensional array axis is 0. Now next point, few important functions also create an array in NumPy. So one of those functions is arrange. See, arrange function. Import NumPy as np x np dot arrange 10. 10 will create a series of a list of data starting from 0 and consecutive 10 numbers incremented by 1. So 0 to 9 will be automatically generated by arrange function. See how np.arrange 10 that goes to x, print x prints what? 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So starting from 0 incremented by 1 and last value is 10. So from starting from 0 means 10 minus 1 up to 9 element will be created. Now see next one, np.arrange 1 comma 10. By default increment is 1. So starting from 1 up to 10. So 10 minus 1 should be created. Print y, the value goes to y, print y 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So by default it should start from 0, but your starting value is 1. So from 1 to 10 minus 1. So 1 to 9. Now say in np arrange 1 comma 10 comma 3. So default increment you are changing. Default increment was 1. Now you are changing it, replacing by 3. So starting will be 1, last value will be 10 minus 1, and increment is 3. So if you are assigning it to z, you print z 1 plus 3 4 plus 3 7. So 1 4 7, and plus 3 goes to 7 plus 3 goes to 9. So 7 plus 3 goes to 10. So last value is 10 minus 1. So it will not create the last value. So this is the series. Okay. So this was an arrange function, very useful function. Another function that's called reshape. So any data if you have it, if it's single dimensional or double dimensional array, that can be converted into different shape. So number of rows and columns you can make as your own requirement. You can make the changes of the size of the array. So rows and columns can be reshaped. Okay. So reshape function. See here, import numpy as np. L1 is a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. X1, okay, your array is created X1 np dot array L1. So L1 the whole value comes here and it is becoming array. Now if you print print X1, the output is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So whole now X1 is the array. Now reshape y1 is a variable np dot reshape of what? Of x1. This is x1, this is x1. So you are reshaping x1 in 3 comma 3. First one is row, second one is column. 3 rows, 3 columns. You are distributing the data in 3 rows and 3 columns. Print y. So those reshape values is assigned to y1. You are printing y1. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The whole value reshaped into 3 rows and 3 columns. I think you understood. Now L2, another list 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 6 elements are there. Okay. So you are creating an array np dot array L2. So L2 values of L2 are becoming an array and assigned to x2. Y2 np dot reshape. Now you are reshaping the values of what? X1, x2. Reshaping the values of x2. X2 value is getting reshaped in 3 rows and 2 columns, and that value goes assigned to a y1, y2. The value of x2, values of x2, the array. That means this value is becoming an array, and that array is being reshaped by 3 rows and 2 columns, and again it is reshaped by 2 rows and 3 columns. That reshaped value is assigned to y2. So original value remains as it is, and the y2 becomes the new value. Here y3 becomes the new value, new formatted value. Y2 3 rows 2 columns and y3 2 rows 3 columns. Print y2, print y3. So y2 prints what? 3 rows 2 columns. 3 rows and 2 columns. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Print y3, 2 rows 3 columns. 2 rows and 3 columns. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 10, 11, 12, first 3 in the first row and next 3 in the next row. So reshaped. So any value can be rearranged or reshaped in creating a new array. Okay. So of different dimension. So that can be changed by reshape function. So this is very useful. These two functions are very useful for creating an array. Okay. Thank you very much.